Ladies and gentlemen, 120 years ago, Kodak was one of the companies who started Industry 1.0. We're working very hard at the moment to take Kodak Alaris into Industry 4.0. The turnaround is progressing very well, but actually I tell you, to put all of this into a 15-minute presentation was a bit of a challenge, but we'll give it a try here. So, hello everyone and welcome. I'm very excited to be here and talk about the idea of future fit this morning, how heritage business can become high performance. Usually at a conference like this, talking about digital transformation, there's always talk about Kodak, how the brand missed the digital boat and suffer as a consequence. Here's actually an advert I found from 120 years ago, and it's astonishing to think the brand has such a big heritage. But what I would really like to talk about today is how the story continues, how we build for the next 100 years. But first of all, let me give you a little bit of an update about Kodak Alaris and why I actually joined the company. In 2013, we split from Eastman Kodak to become an independent and separate company. And we inherited three businesses. The more traditional business, what you would expect Kodak to be, a film and paper business. So we produce still film, photographic paper, and chemicals. Our information management business, where we produce high-performance scanner, document capture solutions, and support large accounts with our service network. Our consumer imaging business, the biggest instant print network in the world with about 120,000 retail kiosks, and you may have noticed them from the DM and the Rossmann stores across Germany here. 500,000 customers interact with us every day. We print approximately 2.5 billion pictures a year and a few 100,000 photo books, and actually if you put them next to each other, it crosses the distance between the Earth and the Moon. The company has 3,000 employees, is active in 28 countries, and it's comprising about $1.2 billion of global revenue. And yes, we call it a 120-year startup operation because we almost did a reset when the company was founded in 2013. So why did I join Kodak Alaris, and actually what drew me to the business? I saw it as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to take a good set of businesses which have line of sight into the 19th century, are connected to such a strong brand heritage, and to make sure they will succeed in the 21st century. It's not every day you get an opportunity to do this. And even though the world is obviously radically different today, steam engines have been replaced by the internet. Images and information are more important today in our personal lives and our businesses than ever before in history. And we, as Kodak Alaris, have such a strong heritage in both of these segments. I also got a passion for photography, and actually this picture is taken out of a Leica exhibition last year in Hamburg, which is called Eyes Wide Open. Another brand which is flourishing 100 years on, actually, in the photo industry. And it's really interesting to see how strong the global photo community is. It's nice to be part of this, and how traditional film seems to go through a bit of a revival at the moment. So I joined Kodak Alaris in April 2014, and since then have been on a mission to get the business future fit. Now, what do I mean by future fit? Actually, the stage where we are in is all about making tough choices. Do we have the right global footprint the company operates in? Do we have the right leadership team to take us through a really tough transformation process at the moment? How do we remove complexity and bureaucracy from the business? How do we embed a spirit of entrepreneurship into the heart of this business? And how do we become a more customer-centric organization altogether? But actually to get there is the same as getting physically fit, I would say. You start off by making sure you've got a solid base. You need a solid foundation you can build on. Then there's the part that takes bravery, pushing beyond what you think you can achieve. It's those stretch targets which you need to set to the organization. And finally, it's the maintenance piece, constantly challenging ourselves to do better and not get complacent. Oops. Creating a strong base involved the 3 Ps for us: purpose, people, and the plan. So with the purpose, we needed to vocalize our role in the world as an independent company. Regarding our people, we needed to make sure we have the right people and the right talent to really make sure we can accomplish our ambitious future targets. And obviously, we needed to have a plan to move in the right direction. Our purpose statement needed to work for us. It needed to be something simple so our people can pick it up, can work with it. Something true, something which connects to our heritage. Something broad, something which united our enterprise and our consumer business as we cover a wide span of very different business in the company, and something really punchy which inspired our people. So our purpose is that we are on a mission to help people unlock the power of images and information. Trusted, driven, nimble, and creative are the values we hold dear and sit really at the heart of our work. When I actually came into the company, I recognized the importance to celebrate existing talent, but at the same time, we had to bring new talent into the business. So it's about getting a healthy mix of new blood and what I call the no blood. And to be a 21st century tech business, we needed a different set of skills and capabilities, and we brought in people from a lot of different companies like Sky, BT, Motorola, Nokia, Snapfish, Virgin Mobile, and GE, just to name a few, to make sure that we had the capability to turn it around. Finally, we also laid out our 5-year plan for growth, a set of targets for us to strive towards, and a game plan to take us on a journey to becoming a high-performance business. And actually, it included the 3 steps you see here. First of all, downsizing, getting the business in the right size and shape, make it leaner and more efficient. We inherited actually an organization which was built for more than 100,000 people, and we had to make a lot of changes to get it down to the size we are at the moment. Right sizing and best practices, I would say that's where we are at the moment. Maximizing the results from the core businesses and turning us into a healthy company. And actually, to become a high-performance business, we need to accelerate our skills and culture shift and invest in long-term strategic growth opportunities to reinvent Kodak Alaris. Balancing a strong transformation effort across the business, but simultaneously reinventing the company was always our belief to move forward. Which leads me back basically to step number 2, going beyond is about embracing new behaviors. It's about experimentation. We've been pushing beyond in all aspects of our business, and here are 3 specific business strategies we've been working on. We are already the market leader in photo printing, but smartphones and Facebook have led to an explosion of photo taking and photo sharing. Last year, people took more than 500 billion photos on their mobile phones, and this is set to rise to 1.4 trillion in 2018, an unbelievable number. 10% of all photos ever taken in the whole of history were done so in the last 12 months. The planet is obsessed with imaging. And our research shows that people want to print more. They love the physical experience and the future protection of it. And it's so easy to lose a digital photo. We see our job to make sure it is as easy as humanly possible to print photos, which led us into the app space and into the introduction of one-click processes. We launched our award-winning app in more than 65 countries over a year ago, and the take-up has been fast-growing. Actually 15 million, it's 18 million downloads now and counting, syncing up our physical retail experience with a seamless digital experience. Our mobile strategy will allow us to overlay the customer experience globally and to connect consumers on a regular interaction with our brand. And our information management business is no different. Kodak Alaris works behind the scenes to help major business and governments manage their information. In 2016, we will have approximately 1.5 million high-performance scanners out in the market, and these scanners scan 150 billion documents every year. And actually, if you put that next to each other, it is the distance between Earth and Mars. And our going beyond moment for the information management space is investing in software to help companies manage the flood of unstructured information that's hitting them at the moment. Actually, does anybody know what this picture is about? It's a visualization of what the internet looks like. And it's created an overwhelming flow of information. We are on a mission to help organizations thrive in an age of information overload. And here's some really crazy stat. There were 5 exabytes of information created between the dawn of civilization through to 2003. That much of information is now created every 2 days. And it's reflected in a rising tide of consumer behavior. 500 million tweets a day, 1 billion active Facebook users, 100 billion emails per day, and 1 trillion Google searches performed every year, which is actually 10 times the amount of stars in the Milky Way, just to put things into perspective. And this wave of information is hitting companies and seriously overwhelming their customer experience. And if you look at my only bar chart I have here, it shows the rise and rise again of unstructured data hitting companies. It's been creeping up over the past years, and it's becoming a major challenge for businesses right now. How do you make sense of this mess of disconnected information and turn it into a competitive advantage? Getting the right information to the right person at the right time. A recent study at the AIM Market Intelligence suggests that only 7% of companies feel their customer-facing agents have ready access to the right customer information. And if information isn't joined up, it starts to hit the bottom line. In the US alone, brands lose $41 billion every year due to poor customer service. We actually believe the power of information can now make or break a business. The way your company handles information will define whether you will win or you will lose in the 21st century, as information equals growth and information equals opportunity. And you have to ask yourself, what is your information strategy for your company? My final point is about sustaining change. It's a brief but important one. And as with all the change, you have to put energy into the system to get results out. You have to keep striving for better. If you don't, complacency creeps in and it's a destructive force, and I'm instilling a better way culture into Kodak Alaris. Asking every employee not to accept the status quo, but to really push for better. For us, the key to transformation for any business in the 21st century has got to be information. How you manage it, coming it into your business, how you handle it inside your business, and actually what do you make out of this flood of information which hits your company. We think our strategic focus on the information management space and our ability to help and transform other businesses will ensure Kodak Alaris has a strong future. And if you want to get information fit, then please join Bernd Klübler and Alex Schlendler at 1:30 at our workshop session downstairs. They will update you about the power of networked clients and how you can reduce your processing time of customer inquiries by up to 90%. Finally, 1 minute left. I'd like to leave you with a little film we made back in 2014 to fire up the company and get our people excited. It was a way, actually, of capturing what we want the next chapter of our story to be. And I'm sure you'll agree with me that it is very, very different than the advert I showed at the beginning from 120 years ago. The video is called Ready to Start. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your time this morning.